Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rundown with me, Zulfick Farzan. Now, if you are a recent vehicle owner or just completed the driver's license testing and awaiting your driver's license, this is an interesting story for you. Now, Transport Minister Bimal Ratnayaka has revealed serious irregularities in the issuance of vehicle number plates and driving licenses, exposing what he described as a long-standing and deeply rooted system of corruption within the Department of Motor Traffic. Speaking in Parliament, the Minister disclosed that as of September 30, 2025, over 165,000 vehicles were registered without receiving number plates. He detailed how, for 25 consecutive years, a single private company, Access International, was awarded contracts to print number plates through repeated procurement decisions and cabinet approvals. These contracts expired in April 2025, prompting the government to initiate a fresh tender process. 3 companies have since submitted bids, and the procurement process is now being carried out under legal and transparent procedures. The newly designed number plates will feature 7 advanced security features, and the government is currently working with international accreditation laboratories to finalize the specifications. The delay in issuing plates, according to the minister, is due to these necessary security and compliance checks. The minister also highlighted the driving license printing monopoly that persisted for nearly 26 years, with one group handling the process without any internal capacity building within the Department of Motor Traffic. Despite previous attempts, including efforts by former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa involving military support, the system remained unchanged until now. In a major shift, the government has now installed its own driving license printing machines and is preparing to issue licenses directly through the department. A stock of 800,000 license cards is already available, with distribution expected to begin on October 18. An additional 1 million cards have been ordered to meet future demand. The financial impact of this reform is significant. Previously, the government paid ₹534.54 per license. Under the new in-house system, the cost has dropped to ₹368.10, saving ₹166.44 per license, an estimated multi-million rupee benefit to the state. Now, at the same time, in a step forward modernizing Sri Lanka's public transport sector, the Ministry of Transport has announced the introduction of bank card-based fare payments for selected passenger buses starting November 30th. Now, this initiative is designed to minimize fare-related irregularities and enhance transparency in the ticketing process. From the implementation date, passengers traveling on buses equipped with automated ticketing machines will be able to pay their fares using locally issued bank cards, including debit and credit cards. This move comes in response to long-standing concerns over fare fraud and the lack of accountability in revenue collection within the bus industry. For years, operators, particularly in the private sector, have struggled with unreliable cash-based systems that hinder accurate income tracking and discourage investment in service improvements. The government's decision to adopt bank card payments bypasses earlier attempts to introduce dedicated transport cards, which face technical and logistical hurdles. Now, by leveraging existing banking infrastructure, the new system offers a practical and scalable solution that aligns with the country's digital transformation goals. Passengers will now be required to obtain a new card or will not be required to register for separate systems. Instead, they can use their existing bank cards to make secure, traceable payments directly at the point of boarding, provided the bus is equipped with a ticketing machine. Now, moving on, the International Monetary Fund has praised the transparency and clarity demonstrated by Sri Lanka's Ministry of Industries and Entrepreneurship Development during a high-level meeting held at the ministry's main auditorium. The discussion centered on the ministry's 2030 strategic roadmap, which includes ambitious goals such as increasing the contribution of industries and manufacturing to the gross domestic product or GDP, promoting entrepreneurship and boosting exports. Officials also outlined key performance indicators or KPIs and reforms aimed at facilitating business operations. Challenges faced by domestic industries, financial policy concerns and issues related to land allocation were also addressed during the session. IMF representatives had lauded the ministry's approach to transparency. The meeting was attended by IMF Mission Chief for Sri Lanka, Evan Papajojo, Resident Representative Martha Walder Mikhail, Senior Economist Dinar Prihardini, Economist Ursula Viryadinata, Local Economist Manavi Abevikuma, and Minister Sunil Hadunatti, Minister Secretary Tilakaja Sundara, and several institutional heads. Now, the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka has concluded its nationwide public consultation process regarding the Ceylon Electricity Board's proposal to increase tariffs by 6.8% for the final quarter of 2025. The Commission is expected to announce its final decision on October 14. The proposal submitted by the CEB on August 27 seeks a uniform tariff hike across all consumer categories, citing rising costs in electricity generation, distribution and financial obligations. The PUCSL held public consultation sessions across all 9 provinces, with the final session conducted in the Western Province on October 8. Now, a major drug trafficking operation was disrupted in Pahalabianbula, Kadawata, where police arrested a suspect in possession of over 12 kilograms of heroin and other high-grade substances. According to police sources, the seized narcotics include 12 kilograms of heroin, over 1 kilogram of ice or crystal meth, 2.3 kilograms of kush, that is a potent strain of cannabis, more than 2 kilograms of hashish. In addition to the drugs, 2 mobile phones believed to be linked to the suspect's operations were also seized. Now, a fire erupted at a tea processing facility located within the Lakshapana estate in Muskelia, causing concern among estate workers and local authorities. The incident was reported around midnight yesterday, according to ground reports from the area. Despite efforts by estate workers, security personnel and officers from the Norton Bridge Police to contain the blaze, the fire continued to spread rapidly, making containment efforts unsuccessful. The cause of the fire remains undetermined at this time. Now, health officials have issued a warning over the rising threat of leptospirosis, commonly known as rat fever, in Sri Lanka's North Central Province, with 600 to 700 cases reported annually. The alert comes as the Maha cultivation season begins, a period historically linked to increased transmission of the disease. Now, the disease is primarily transmitted through water contaminated by the urine of infected rodents, and farmers working in paddy fields are among the most vulnerable. Up next is international news. Now, US President Donald Trump has announced that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of a peace plan. Trump says on social media that this means that all of the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line. According to the White House, Trump is considering traveling to the Middle East in the coming days. Now, mediators from the US, Egypt and Qatar meeting in Sharm el-Sheikh have been attempting to broker an agreement for a ceasefire in Gaza and a release of Israeli hostages still held by Hamas. The negotiations come 2 years and 2 days after Israel launched a military campaign in Gaza in response to the October 7, 2023 attacks, in which Hamas-led gunmen killed about 1,200 people and took 250 others hostage. Now, at least 67,183 people have been killed by Israeli military operations in Gaza since then, including 20,179 children. This is according to the Hamas-run Health Ministry. Up next is sports news. The 2025 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup continues to captivate fans as India and South Africa prepare to face off today in a highly anticipated group stage match. Now, the game is scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. Sri Lankan time in Visakhapatnam, India. Now, meanwhile, Australia delivered a commanding performance against Pakistan in the tournament's 9th match held at the R. Premadasas International Cricket Stadium in Colombo. Australia secured a massive victory, 107 runs margin, further solidifying their dominance in the tournament. Pakistan won the toss and opted to bowl first. Australia's innings began with Alyssa Healy and Phoebe Litchfield opening the batting, but their partnership was limited to just 30 runs. Australia's top order struggled, losing 8 wickets for 115 runs. However, a resilient partnership between Beth Mooney and Elena King added 106 crucial runs for the 9th wicket. Mooney registered her 5th ODI century while King celebrated her maiden ODI half century. Australia concluded their innings at 221 for 9 in their 50 overs. Now chasing a target of 222, Pakistan's batting lineup faltered early. Sadia Iqbal was dismissed for just 5 runs and 7 of Pakistan's batters failed to reach double figures. Sidwa Amin top scored with 35 runs, but the team was bowled out for 114 runs in 36.3 overs. Pakistan have now lost all 3 of their matches in the tournament, where Australia climbs to the top of the points table with this dominant win. Sri Lanka, as host nation, continues to offer free entry to all World Cup matches held locally, giving cricket fans a rare opportunity to witness world-class action live. Matches are also being broadcast live on TV1 and Sirasa TV.lk, the official domestic broadcast partners of the tournament. And with that, we bring an end to this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown. With me, Zulfick Farzan. I will meet you again tomorrow morning with more of the very latest. Until then, take care.